If he suddenly stops texting you, don't panic. Don't pick up your phone. Don't double text. Don't overthink. The moment you chase, you lose leverage. This is Mira Vale Advise, where we learn how to maintain your value, protect your dignity, and grow your confidence without panic or desperation. Today, I'm going to walk you through exactly what to do when he suddenly goes silent or starts texting less. By the end of this video, you'll know how to stay calm, preserve your emotional power, and subtly influence the dynamic without saying a word. When a man stops texting, it feels personal at first, doesn't it? You start replaying every conversation. Did I say something wrong? Did I act too emotional? Was I too distant? You scroll through old messages, check the last time he was online, and tell yourself, I won't text first, I won't. And then almost immediately, you find your thumb hovering over your keyboard. It's normal to panic, but that panic is exactly what diminishes your attraction power. The truth is, silence is not necessarily rejection. It's not a verdict on your worth. In fact, more often than not, it's a signal. It's information you can use to your advantage. Understanding why he pulls back changes the entire way you approach dating. It gives you clarity, confidence, and control. Let's break down the top 3 reasons he might suddenly stop texting. The first is overwhelm. Early dating often starts light and fun, but when conversations shift to future possibilities, labels, or emotional vulnerability, it can feel intense. If he senses that the pace is moving faster than he's comfortable with, he instinctively pulls back. This isn't a reflection of your value, it's a reflection of his internal processing. Some men need time to process, evaluate, and balance their emotions before responding. The second reason is evaluation. When he sees potential for a long-term connection, he doesn't always move closer immediately. He may be asking himself, is she the right one for me long-term? Are our lifestyles compatible? Am I ready for something serious? These questions happen internally and silently. Silence here is not a rejection, it's a thoughtful pause. He's trying to figure out if the connection is worth investing in, and how to proceed without overcommitting too soon. The third reason is the shift in emotional dynamics. When you overinvest early, text first every day, send long emotional paragraphs, or appear instantly available, he subconsciously feels he doesn't have to earn your attention. And anything that doesn't need to be earned loses value. Attraction thrives on balance, and imbalance often leads to distance. This is where Mira Vale Advise teaches an important principle. Your power lies not in chasing, but in holding space, maintaining composure, and letting your energy speak for itself. Now let's talk about the biggest mistake women make when he pulls back. Most women panic. They try to chase him down emotionally, text more, ask if everything is okay, send jokes to get attention, or over-explain their feelings. Even subtle signs of desperation shift the energy. Fear replaces calmness. Stability disappears, and that flip in energy reduces attraction almost instantly. Understanding this is the key to transforming panic into strategy. Here's how to respond step by step. Step 1, match his energy. If he sends short replies, respond with short replies. If he takes hours to reply, don't respond instantly every time. This isn't a game, it's about restoring balance. Step 2, refocus on your life. Prioritize your gym routine, your hobbies, your friends, your career. Stop orbiting his world. A full life naturally attracts attention because your energy shifts. When your happiness doesn't depend on his attention, you radiate independence and value. Step 3, let silence work for you. Silence creates curiosity. Space allows him to feel your absence. Humans value what they might lose. Step 4, maintain emotional calm. Avoid guilt trips, over-explaining, or begging. Calm energy signals strength, stability, and high value. Step 5, observe, don't chase. Track his efforts subtly. See if he initiates contact, match his investment, and evaluate if his interest is genuine. Step 6, shift your mindset. Stop thinking, if I don't text, he'll forget me. Real interest doesn't disappear because you matched his energy. It disappears when it was weak from the start. Now let's dive deeper into psychological triggers that increase attraction. Mystery is the first. Share slowly. Reveal depth gradually. Oversharing kills curiosity. Controlled absence is next. Space signals confidence, not indifference. Emotional strength is critical. Staying calm under uncertainty is magnetic. Energy balance matters. Match his energy without overreacting. Polarity is key. Value demonstration comes from living a high-value life. Goals, hobbies, friends, purpose. Attachment awareness is often overlooked. Recognize his style, respond calmly, and avoid anxious reactions. Awareness of these triggers allows you to subtly guide the emotional dynamic without force, panic, or desperation. Let's expand with real-life scenarios so you can visualize this. Imagine he's been texting less for 2 days. Your first instinct is to text, asking if he's okay. Instead, take a breath and focus on your own life. Go to the gym, catch up with a friend, or work on a personal project. When he sees that you're living a full life, not waiting by your phone, it creates an energy shift. He notices your confidence and calm, and without realizing it, he feels the pull to re-engage. Another scenario, he sends a one-word reply to a message that normally would have had a longer conversation. The instinct might be to send multiple follow-ups to get clarity, but instead, you mirror his energy. Short, concise replies, or even pausing before replying. This controlled response communicates emotional stability and strength, which is far more attractive than trying to explain, justify, or chase. Sometimes silence also creates curiosity. If you always respond immediately, he never experiences the possibility of your absence. But when you let space exist, he has room to reflect on what he's missing. The brain naturally seeks closure and reward. When he experiences the potential of losing you, desire increases naturally without manipulation. It's also important to understand your internal dialogue during this period. Instead of thinking, "I need his attention to feel valued," replace it with, "I am valuable with or without his attention." This shift in mindset not only protects your emotional health, but enhances your attractiveness. Emotional independence is magnetic. When you radiate calm, confidence, and self-respect, it subtly encourages him to step up if he's genuinely interested. Another layer is recognizing attachment styles. If you tend to have anxious attachment, silence can trigger panic. That's when you need to remind yourself that your value is inherent, not dependent on his immediate responses. If he has avoidant tendencies, chasing only pushes him further away. Understanding this cycle and consciously breaking it by regulating your reactions stabilizes the dynamic. Calmness becomes power. Emotional maturity becomes magnetism. Stop chasing. Start observing. Your energy, your presence, and your stability are your strongest tools. The woman who understands this and applies it doesn't just survive silence. She thrives in it. She becomes magnetic, even if he's quiet for days. Mira Vale Advise is about quiet power, the type that draws attention naturally, attracts without panic, and builds intrigue without manipulation. So next time he goes silent, remember these steps. Take a breath, don't panic, match his energy, focus on your life, and maintain calm confidence. Either he returns with interest, or you learn the truth without compromising your dignity. This approach protects your self-respect, enhances your confidence, and subtly encourages genuine connection. This is Mira Vale Advise, where emotional intelligence meets attraction. Stay calm, stay confident, and let your energy speak louder than any message ever could. The principles here are timeless. By mastering silence, maintaining balance, and focusing on your emotional independence, you create a magnetic presence that naturally draws interest. You no longer react out of fear, need, or desperation. Instead, you respond from a place of strength, strategy, and clarity. These skills don't just improve your dating life, they build your personal power in all areas of life. Over time, practicing this approach rewires your brain. You stop seeing every delayed reply as a threat and start seeing it as an opportunity. Opportunity to grow, maintain dignity, and attract the right kind of attention. When a man realizes he can't control or manipulate you through silence, his respect and interest increase organically. Remember, attraction isn't about chasing, pleading, or convincing. It's about emotional stability, value, and presence. The woman who masters this becomes rare. She becomes magnetic. And when you combine mystery, controlled absence, and self-respect, you create a dynamic that encourages genuine interest and long-term connection. Take a deep breath. Let silence become your ally. Focus on yourself. Maintain balance. Observe behavior. Protect your peace. That is the ultimate strategy for staying powerful, confident, and attractive. This is Mira Vale Advise. Let your energy speak louder than any text ever could.